Hello everyone, and welcome back to Warships Blitz with Terry. As a lot of you have been asking me recently about the Graf Zeppelin, the premium German Tier 7 and only German aircraft carrier, I decided to revisit that ship for a little bit and just to show you some gameplay. So I've done a review on her already. You can check out the build and all the kind of decisions I've made. Fair warning, I am not an experienced carrier player, so things tend to go a little bit wrong. But I like this ship. And probably the main reason I like this ship is because she's not really playing like a carrier. First of all, and I'm really going to keep this brief because you can look this up in the other video, but first of all, she is very, very sturdy. She is reasonably maneuverable. And she has 150mm guns with a range of over 10 kilometers. Yep. This is a cruiser, which happens to have airplanes on it, but it's a cruiser. And I'm playing it as such. She also gets auto secondaries. And she gets, we can see that here, she gets armor-piercing bombs. Which means this thing doesn't set many fires. But she can citadel. So dropping destroyers from this ship with dive bombers is actually not a really great idea, but anything else, better beware. Anyway, my equipment is, again, you can review this more in detail, is on the hangar modification for longer engagements, and the rest is actually a setup more similar to what I would have done on a cruiser. So, without further ado, let's get going. Alright, in the first battle, we paired up against another Zeppelin. And there's a New Mexico, Bayern, another New Mexico. We're top tier. Only one destroyer, that Mayhan. We do have to watch out for him a little bit. He's divisioned up with one of the New Mexicos. And we're playing straight. So, usually, you'd be hiding your carrier between the mountains. I'm going to go a bit more aggressively. Because I'm in a Graf Zeppelin. And I can defend myself if that Mayhan happens to be on this side of the match. So I'm putting her full on forward, and I'm just sending my fighters out to scout around A-Cap, and switching over to armor piercing, because if I see anything, I can shoot it. And I'm just kind of heading towards that island there, getting my dive bombers ready, just in case my fighters spot anything, that I have them already on call. And there's the Mayhan. Now again, I said the dive bombers aren't super useful against the destroyers, but I'm sending them out anyway. Probably would have been better to send them out against the New Orleans, but I want that Mayhan gone. The quicker, the better. Okay, now I'm trying to use my torpedo bombers. Okay, well, we still got a full penetration on him. That wasn't bad. That was not bad damage. And I'm trying to get my torpedo bombers out, but of course he's a destroyer. He's maneuvering frantically to avoid my torpedoes. The longer I hang around here, the less time I spend doing actually useful things. So I don't think this is going to work. But he's inside my gun range. And I've got the armor piercing loaded. So, precise aiming. Let's fire up the sonar just to see. He's probably got torpedoes out against me, and slam her into reverse. There we go. So now the Mayhan is like, oh, carrier, om nom. Not this one. There come your torpedoes, yep, I know. Let's get some dive bombers out again, just in case, and then we get back to shooting you. Because these torpedoes are all going to miss, and oh, he's dead already. New Mexico killed him. So these dive bombers are a bit of a waste. Anyway, let's get back to torpedo planes. And since we're here and the New Orleans is shooting at us, do we have anything ready? Yep, we've got the torpedo bombers ready. They can drop onto the Bayern. That's a little bit more ahead, maybe. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Our fighters are ready again, so I'm going to send them out towards that Leander and see if I can help him a bit against the other Zeppelin. But I'm a little busy right now, as you can see. And that's 5 good torpedo hits on the Bayern, and then we start opening fire. And if you watched my my Monday video, you kind of know where I'm trying to shoot the Bayern. I'm trying to hit the superstructure from here, and dive bombers out again. And the Bayern sits there and probably has to rethink his life choices, because I'm not even going to waste my dive bombers on hit, because he's dead. That Brooklyn is probably going to take him down before I can even get there. I'm going to drop the New Orleans instead. Let's see, New Orleans, that's one drop. And I can still use my guns while I'm dropping him. And the Brooklyn takes him out. Sweet. Okay, Alba next. Let's see. And I'm just gonna park myself here. Alba can have torpedoes out. He does have a good torpedo range, so I don't want to be here. And there's a New Mexico shooting as well. I'm gonna go get that mounted in between myself and the Alba. Let's see if I can actually manage to drop him, or if he's maneuvering away. You see, I'm not very good at these things, so... Again, these torpedoes are probably all gonna miss. I'm gonna try anyway. But I think he accelerates out of it, and I might have dropped into the mountain. So, yeah, these things happen. And the other Graf Zeppelins decided to start attacking me, which, okay, yeah, sure, go for it. Gets a little hectic there. At this point, I'm popping my Hydro just to see if the Alba has torped around, but someone has already killed him just before I could get to drop some dive bombers onto him. And what's next? Who's next? Oh, there's New Mexico. Okay, I think all my fighters have been shot down because I wasn't paying any attention to them. But we've cleaned that up pretty neatly, and they're down to 3 ships. There's not going to be much going on anymore. So I'm spotted. Of course, I'm air spotted. So I'm putting her in reverse, and get behind the mountain and just start dropping unpleasant things onto the New Mexico. Start with the torpedoes. New Mexico is not a very fast ship and not extremely maneuverable, so at least some of these are going to hit. It's 1, 2, not too bad. Then we get a dive bomber hit as well. Other dive bombers coming in too. And they can work that thing over. Now, you can't go toe-to-toe in a battleship easily, but you can still, again, you can still defend yourself. So, bow of the New Mexico, I can penetrate that. Okay, there we go. Okay, of course it hurts, but you're in a sturdy carrier. You can defend yourself. Okay, a couple more shots into the bow from these 150 mils. And then I'm just going to park myself behind that. That New Mexico is very, very dead. So let's drop some planes onto the other one. The other Zeppelin is still frantically trying to hit me. He should not waste his time, really. Okay. What else we got? We got dive bombers and torpedoes bombers out. And that New Mexico is very, very doomed. Everyone's shooting at him. Let's see if I can still actually get in there before they all kill it. Okay, that looks like a decent drop. And can I get him? Yeah, that one's mine. I deserve that, I think. Now we'll just chase the other Graf Zeppelin. I couldn't get my dive bombers moved in time anymore. But I don't think we have enough time. There's only 40 seconds left in the game, and I'm too far behind because I haven't really been that aggressive. Against the battleship, I had to park myself a little bit behind an island. So I don't think my planes are going to be ready in time to do anything. Yeah, it's going to be like 10 seconds before they even get there. The other Graf Zeppelin is running. For him, it's just, is he going to survive the match and take someone down with him or not? So, I'm still sending the dive bombers out just for funsies, but, you know, they're not going to get there anymore in time. So, yes, that was frantic, scrappy, and as you've seen, my drops are well, far beyond perfect. But that's not the point of this ship. The point of this ship is that you can brawl in it. And that is just something I really, really enjoy. So let's do another one, because that was rather quick. And the Brooklyn, as suspected, I think took... Yeah, the Brooklyn won this one very, very convincingly, burning everybody down. Well done. Well done, that player. Let's do another one. Okay, we're playing on Trident. What do we have? We have a Hiryu against us. West Virginia, Fuso, Atlanta. Okay, we can watch out with that one. Pensacola and a Sims and a Lebrecht Mars. Some decent opposition there. Two divisions. So I'm not going to rush forward because there's not too much cover for me on Trident. And I'm quick enough, as if I need to be, to move around. But at this point, I'm actually going to start scouting first, I think. So let's get the fighters out towards that little central mountain there and take a look what's around A and B Cup. And I'm going to get the dive bombers out towards A Cup. Let's see. So we can scout out A and start dropping anything that appears. I'm not starting the torpedoes bombers quite yet, just because I'm not good enough to manage all these planes in the air at the same time. So let's see. We're doing a flyover of A Cup. Yeah, he's requesting air scout, and rightfully so, because this is where the enemy team should be coming from. So I'm just sending them out, and there's the Sims. Okay, dive bombers, you get something to do. Even though, again, destroyers, you can't You can't set them on fire. The high explosive bombers are much better. But I'm getting the torpedo bombers out as well. And just to make sure that Sims is not going to have much of a game here. Because our Sims is right in front of him. And he's asking... it wasn't him, but someone's asking to have him attacked. But that division there, that flat division... The Atlanta and the Sims, that Sims is dead, and he's doomed, so I'm not even looking at that. At this point I'm going to start moving forward. And head towards A-Cup. Oh, I actually got him. Okay, A-Cup is clean, that flank is secured, so now we need to support the middle, which means I'm going to move up, and I'm going to start dropping things onto that Fuso. Now this is where my armor-piercing bombs are going to really shine. I don't know what happened to my fighters again, because I wasn't paying any attention. But, you know, Fuso's in gun range. I've got something to shoot at, so let's start opening up on her. And that was a bit... that's actually not terrible. Oh, there we go. Citadel from the dive bombers. And I just keep harking the 150mm onto him. That was a bit too much in the middle. My torpedo bombers are up again. Where are we going to send them? Where are we going to send them? We do need B-Cup, so the Sims is heading over towards B. I'm sending the fighters out just to keep an eye on things. Oh, there's an Atlanta, but he's kind of isolated. So he might be distracted shooting my fighters down, so I'm going to set some torpedoes planes out. Nope, my fighters found somebody to shoot at. Okay. That Atlanta didn't pay any attention, did he? That's going to hurt. Boing, boing, boing. That's 3. And there come some more torpedoes, so I'm just not even bothering with the dive bombers. I'm just going to send the dive bombers out against the Fuso. Now, the Atlanta is in range, obviously, and the Atlanta has torpedoes, and he's shooting at me. So, oh, there come the torpedoes. Okay, well, I was a little bit late with braking. I'm not damage conning this. I'm just going to slow down, turn in a little bit. And is that Atlanta still alive? No, I think it's died. Well, I would have shot him to bits otherwise with these 150 mils. So... yeah, he's not scary. Alright, what else is left? There's a Pensacola. Okay, torpedo bombers are ready. Again, I've completely lost track of what my fighters are doing. They're probably... Oh yeah, they're in an air battle with the Helios fighters. Okay, well, it keeps them busy. Gives them something to do, really. So, torpedoes against the Pensacola. Pensacola is sailing in a straight line. Doesn't pay any attention that he's being dropped. Yep, target is requested. Target will be dropped. And he takes 1, 2, 3. Okay, dive bomber's coming in. And he's in gun range. So Pensacola. Oh, carrier. Om nom nom. I have 200mm guns. Well, I have 150mm guns, but I can shoot back, my friend. So he's on fire. There's a citadel from the dive bombers. And at this point, I'm just gonna gun him down. Yep. That's what you can do with the Graf Zeppelin. Okay, what's left? Not much. The Helios left. Everybody else has been killed. Okay, so what do we got that's ready? Torpedo bombers. Okay, send torpedo bombers out against the Helios. He's currently stationary. That's probably going to change as soon as he gets spotted. But I'm just going to set my course roughly in the direction of the Helio, and then I'm going to have to keep an eye on these torpedo bombers. Dive bombers getting out as well. Yeah, he starts moving. Okay, torpedo bombers need to be realigned. Yeah, he's going probably in a circle. Yeah, some of these are going to hit. He's probably dead before by the time I can get there. So I'm just going to spread some... Look at this incoming fire on that poor carrier. That's 1, that's 2, he's flooding. Oh! I got this one? How did I get this one? The flooding must have just taken him down with him. Okay, sorry, I didn't want to steal that one. And again, I am upstaged by a Brooklyn. Brooklyn is an amazing ship. But if you know how to play her, which they obviously did. But that was fun. And, well, that was over quickly. But, yeah, I'm second in the team again. Not too bad, not too shabby. 3 kills. And, yeah, this is the Graf Zeppelin for me. She's brawly, she's hectic, she dishes out damage, and she can take a beating. She's quick, she's maneuverable, and I basically play her like an oversized cruiser which happens to have planes on it. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you had some fun, and if you ever see a Graf Zeppelin and you're in a light cruiser or in a destroyer, try not to get close to it. If the player knows what they're doing, they're gonna hurt you. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.